Hey guys, what's up? This is Bella from Earth Angel Restorative Therapy and Healing. Thank you so much for stopping by and for checking this video out. Today I want to be looking at two things. So it's going to be a current happenings video, and I want to look at two things. I couldn't decide which one to go with, so I'm like, you know what? Let me just take a quick look at both, and we'll just put it in one, and that's that. Y'all see that? The weirdest stuff starts happening as soon as I press record. Anyway, okay. So the first thing I want to look at is Roseanne Barr. I was looking into it was something on Instagram that I found that kind of was saying like what we're receiving from the media isn't really the truth. Whether or not she's a racist, that's like beyond, that's like aside, that's like, it's kind of meant to distract you from the real problem. And the problem, so I read, was that people in higher up positions weren't liking what she was putting out there. So I think that, she was trying to shed light on some higher up people. So they kind of wanted to shut her down to kind of take her platform away, kind of similar to like people coming against Harvey Weinstein. But she wanted to shed the light on other people that were, not the nicest, and that the whole racism situation was used to kind of sidetrack people into what's really going on. So I want to take a look at her just a little bit, and then I basically want to see and try to channel Gaia and see what planet Earth has to say to us right now, because there's so much going on. There's these volcanoes erupting, and my heart just goes out to all these people that are affected in these areas, the wildfires, the volcanoes, the floods, the earthquakes, and the tsunamis, and things like that. And for those that have been on their ascension journey, y'all know that this was kind of, some people might have known, but I don't think that you're ever fully ready for devastation like that. So I just want to take a look at Gaia and see what, if anything, she has to say. So I just have my Palo Santo here. Thank you also, before I start, I just wanted to say thank you to those that have watched my other videos, those that have engaged with my videos, that have subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your journey. Thank you for thinking that my videos help you, so much that you want to subscribe. So thank you. I am truly honored. I do feel very grateful and very joyful that people out there that I can connect with other people, So yeah, so let's get started. I want to burn some of this Palo Alto. Okay. Palo Santo. And I love this smell. Like, if anybody has this, just want to clear this area. Clear this area, please. I'm just asking my spiritual team of helpers to come in and surround me and help me at this time. Give a nice little reading. All my archangels and all my angels, my spiritual team, and God. This isn't lighting. Do any of y'all have trouble lighting yours? Because mine doesn't seem to want to stay lit. Okay. So I'm just trying to tune into like Mother Gaia and her energy. I almost want to say, like, my heart hurts. My heart hurts for the people. But this is necessary for ascension. Okay. All right, Gaia. Please give us a few cards here. Let us know. Let us know, Gaia. What's going on? If you have any words, anything you'd like us to know. Oh, I love this. Sorry, all the cards are coming out, so me. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Oh, and the decks that I'm using is Doreen Virtue's Fairy deck, and then Sandra Ann Taylor's Energy Oracle thing. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Winter. So this would be the Four of Swords, and on the bottom it says, set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation, the need for more sleep, or a vacation. So I feel like, I mean, clearly this is, Gaia is saying, y'all need to rest. Y'all need to relax. Y'all need to take it easy. Those of you that connect with yourself and your higher being will receive all of the answers and all of the directions that you need. Once you connect with your higher self, you are going to be vibrationally higher, energetically, you know, higher. And so you won't really be affected from what's going on. And so I feel like this is saying, I mean, obviously meditate, connect with your higher self. What fears do you have that's holding you back? Fears and worries. And take a good look at those fears and those worries, because a lot of times we walk around with these beliefs that are centuries old that are not your own. So what's causing you concern? What's causing you worry? The only way, I guess, that we can make it out alive, these are quotations, make it out alive, is for us to meditate, for us to get in touch with who we really are, for us to receive the directions that we need from our higher selves. But we have to kind of relax our mind enough to be able to receive that clearly. So, you know, yeah. So the first two cards that we have, it's funny, it's the hostilities card and then the King of Autumn. And so what I'm sensing is that this is most people, the inhabitants on planet Earth, the majority are like this. Very hostile, very alone, but ready for battle, thinking that, I don't know, we're just alone and defensive. And a lot of people believe themselves to be separate from the universe, from the divine. They feel like alone, like they have no support, they have no anything. And again, these beliefs that we're walking around with are like centuries old. So a lot of people just they don't know that this isn't true, that this is a belief that is just not true. And so because we're that way, we have believed ourselves to be better than others. And, you know, the world can't provide. The world is alone in cold place. So I have to take what's mine, even if that means leaving others assed out in the cold. I have to take what I need to survive. But if you see, like, as he's doing that, he doesn't have any kind of regard for anything around him. And that's been destructing the world. And so I feel like that's what Gaia is saying. Like, there has been a lot of selfishness, a lot of negative behaviors that come from loneliness and the lack of love, because, I mean, we just, as humans, you know, we've separated from that truth. And because we've done that, we don't have any compassion or regards for anything else, any other animals, any other living thing like trees or plants or whatever. And so we've become very selfish, and that has actually destroyed, that has destroyed Gaia enough to prompt her to do what she's doing, to kind of, I feel like I want to say it's like a reboot of everything that we're going through right now is kind of like a reboot. And so the card that came after that is the King of Autumn. And so there's a very big difference between these two men. One is lonely, one is down to his, his little, I don't even know what that is, but he's kind of almost naked. And here we have, somebody that's very, very rich in things, who has a lot of things around him. And so what I sense for this is, because it says at the top, compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, gifted. Be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way, a good person or company to work for. But what I feel like is we need to make the jump from this to this. I'm drawn to the word compassionate, which is what is missing the most right now. Get in touch with, as this card's saying, your true self. What's your truth? And be assertive when it comes to expressing that. What you know that your truth is to be, have no fear. Have no fear, because once you walk in your alignment to your divine truth, all is going to be provided for that you need. You're not separate. You're always together with your higher self, connected to the divine, and look at how different the world will be once we, align to our truths, align to our true divine, nature, our true divine self. He thinks he has to do everything by himself. I need to take because it's not going to be given. I'm alone. I don't have any regard for anything else because I only matter, because nobody else cares for me. And here it's like, nope, I'm compassionate. I care. Like look at the trees and everything around him. And purple, I feel like is divine. So I feel like this man just knows, like, I know who I am. I know my true divine nature, and nobody can take that away from me. I am provided for. I don't have to worry about anything. And you see, he even has like an animal here. Like, he's showing compassion towards everything. Like, so I feel like we need to gravitate more towards this. Stand in your truth. Don't ever separate yourself from your truth, because your higher self is one with you. It's never separate, which is what we're led to kind of, believe. You have the divine spiritual guidance, nature, love, everything. You have that within you already. Don't separate from it, or at least believe that you are separate, because you're not. Then the next thing we have is the Seven of Spring, which is funny because it also says be assertive. So for those that are here to be a light worker, for those of you that are here to spread love and light, now is the time. Now is the time. Now is the time. Don't back down from what you believe. Courageously stand up for yourself. Don't back down. You finding out who your truth is the best gift you can give to yourself and anything else and anyone else. And once you find your truth, once you discover your truth, be assertive in expressing that. Don't ever be sorry for who you are if you offend others and stuff like that. As long as you're expressing your truth. And so the two cards that came up with that is Angel of Love and Contract. So it's definitely like, who's here now? Who's here to be light working? Who's here? Who signed the contract to be an Angel of Love? Earth angels, let's go. Stand up now. It's time. It's time. I love this. That's what we're looking at right now. For those of you that are still struggling with this part, being an angel of love, what fears are holding you back? What beliefs are holding you back? We have to make sure, as light workers, as angels of love, our heart is full. Our heart is full of our own love, divine love for ourselves first, before we go ahead and spread that. But let's go, baby. We all, we chose to do what we chose to do. So now is the time. Light workers, let's go. Get your wings out. Let's go. I love that. And the last thing is the Princess of Spring. And so this says optimistic, enthusiastic, creative, energetic. It's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. Then, again, stay high vibrational. Once you discover, even if you're not a light worker, we're all here to help humanity at some capacity, right? We all have to learn love. So if you're not a light worker, don't feel like excluded. We're all included in this. A matter of fact, take labels out. Take it out. Just throw it all away. And find love in your heart. If you can't, why? Question until you make a breakthrough. And then once you discover who you are, stand firm in that. And you'll notice, like, once you find the love, you're going to be so high vibrationally. And make it a point to stay there at all costs. Stand in optimism, in happiness, in joy. I'm getting like the fool kind of feeling. Just have complete trust. Have complete trust. And I feel like, I want to say like regeneration, like new earth, like new, yes, vibrationally, ascensional. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. A new earth vibrationally, yes, because we're all going to be higher vibrational beings. But I feel like this is Gaia saying like, I'm going to rebuild. I'm going to, you know, new things are going to sprout. So don't worry about the devastation that's taking place now. You worry about your vibration. You worry about your feelings. You worry about your compassion and finding the divine love within you. That way you can find the divine love in everything else around you. And make it a point to be in this high vibration. And then the card that came out with that is victory. Victory. I don't even want to, you know, that's what we need right now. That's what we need in order for us to be successful in ascending to the new earth. Let me see if I get any other messages before I go on to Miss Roseanne. Definitely get away from feeling alone and feeling like just this, like you have nothing, you aren't cared for, you are missing love. Get away from that. Trust. Follow the guidance that is always being given to you. Follow that guidance. Know that you're, you know, taken care of. Know that you're loved unconditionally. Stand in your compassion. Stand in your love. For those of you that came here, that signed the contract to spread love and light, listen, now is the time. But even if you didn't, now is the time to discover your truth, your divine truth. The truth about who you really are, what you really came to do. And pursue that at all costs. Because what the world needs right now is a lot of love, a lot of compassion. What did you come here to do? What is your mission? What did you come here to learn? And once you find that, stand in that truth. Don't ever back down away from that. And then make it a point to stay in your high vibration. Stand in your high vibration. Because not only will Gaia, you know, recreate things that have been torn down, but that's how we really create. That's how we become creative. That's how we create the world that we wish to see. So it's also kind of like humans have a role too, you know. What kind of world do we want to see our children live in? Is it one full of light or is it one full of dark negativity? So we create things. That's no secret. But the more of us that want to create the same loving community environment, the more powerful it's going to be. And so I feel like there's just going to be so many of us creators that tune into this inspired flow of creativity, if that makes sense. And we're going to just, I feel like Gaia is going to be doing her thing, but we're also going to be assisting. We're not going to be working alone anymore. We're kind of going to be working with. And I feel like we're going to be working a lot with nature, is what I'm sensing. We're going to be connecting with nature on a whole different level. Because, you know, they have their own vibration, their own frequency, their own spirit. And that's how we, you know, that's how we get the victory. That was beautiful, wasn't it, guys? It was so nice. All right, quickly, I just want to look at Miss Roseanne. Okay. Hang on one second. Okay. I don't know why I feel guided to use another deck for Miss Roseanne. But thank you, Gaia. Thank you, my spiritual team, for helping me. I want to use the Zombie Tarot deck for Roseanne's reading. So let me just, I promise I don't want to make this video that long. Because who wants to be sitting here for like an hour and a half? I know I don't. Okay. Just want to clear the deck. Okay. Alright, can we look at Miss Roseanne, please? Can we look at Miss Roseanne Barr? What's going on there? What is going on with Miss Roseanne Barr? What's going on with Miss Roseanne Barr? Okay, you've got one. I'm like sensing that there's something fake, there's something phony about what? About what's being portrayed, which I felt, which is what I kind of said when I started the video. What's fake though? Which part? I'm sensing there's a lack of compassion, there's a lack of understanding. Well, duh, because she's being portrayed in a certain way, right? And with racism, you know, just being at the forefront right now, okay. She's not getting any kind of break because of that. And one more, please, one more. Boom. Oh, we got three. One. Let's see. So on the bottom of the deck for her, we have the Star. So this is the Star for me is kind of like, what is it that you want to accomplish, and kind of having the optimism, the faith, you know, in the universe that it's going to work out. So next we have the Devil card, which is, you know, it says vice. It's kind of like a vending machine, a vice. Could be like negative attachments, but what is she negatively attached to? I feel like she has some kind of addiction to, didn't she say she was like on something? And I want to say that that is her addiction. She's either smoking or taking pills or drinking to kind of numb the pain, I guess, of the world, of the things that she's seeing around her and not being able to kind of do anything about it. So in a way, I almost sense that there's kind of like, with this, I'm sensing like they thought they could shut me down, but they're not going to. Like, I have a platform, I have things to say. I've found things out, and you guys thought that you guys can shut me down, and you're not. So I feel like she's kind of, what's the word? Looking into, or kind of just seeing how she can use her voice next. With the Devil card, I am sensing that she is using things to kind of numb the pain of not being able to voice her opinion, her truths about things. The next two cards that came out together were the Four of Swords and the Empress. And so I feel like she's going to obviously take a break from life. She's going to take a break. She's going to reevaluate, come up with a strategy, come up with a plan on how to proceed forward. And she's going to find out how to move forward. And that's what I felt like here with the Star card. And she's going to work to create it. I don't feel like she's done at all. I don't feel like we're done hearing about her. And I don't think this is going to be in a negative way. So again, whether she's racist or not, like, I'm not touching upon that right now. I don't want to highlight any negativity. So she's taking a break and then working out her next steps, which I feel like are going to be divinely inspired. And then she's going to start making that happen, because the Empress here is all about just creation, kind of like taking a period of kind of gestation, which is here. And then from that, she's going to create something new, a platform, something. So she is, I want to say, very upset about that, about her cancellation, her show's cancellation. She feels, I want to say, like, yeah, like I kind of shot myself in the foot. What I wanted to kind of do, the little platform that, that I had, it took a hit, and I didn't anticipate that, and I kind of I shot myself in the foot. I messed myself up. But with that, it's giving her a new, she knows, like, I don't know if she knows right now, but she's going to look at it. And she's going to look back, and she's going to be like, okay, you know what? I needed to go through that. I needed to go through everything that I needed to go through in order to create this new thing. This new show? Is it a new show? I don't know. There's something. She's not done. We're not done with her, I don't feel. But whatever is happening now, it's kind of like it's needed. She's going to look at things from a new perspective, and she's like, you know what? I almost sense with this also, it's kind of like the Harvey Weinstein or like any powerful person who has just power, you know, people kind of sacrifice themselves sometimes. People sacrifice their careers, their lives to speak the truth, to bring others down, so that not even to bring them down, but to spread light into how they truly are. And so a lot of people sacrifice their integrity, their reputation, their jobs, everything to kind of stand up to these people in power. And I feel like this is what's happening. Like, she's like, okay, I'm sacrificing myself here. You know, I sacrificed my show, which just got picked up, you know. But all in all, that's okay that I sacrificed myself, because I needed to bring light to the evils that's going on. So I do feel like what I read was true in regards to her kind of, the real reason she got shut down is because she wanted to be silenced. No, they felt like that she had to be silenced. And then lastly, we have the Seven of Cups. So she may even have multiple opportunities to speak her truth, to voice her opinion. She might have several outlets. She might get many deals. She might, like, for example, write a book or something like that, and she may get many deals that come from it. I guess this is also just a warning, like, you know, like, don't be careful with the vices, be careful with things that you're addicted to, be careful with the greed, with things that might take you away from the truth of who you are. Don't let that sway you, you know. But I do sense that we will see something more from her in the creative, whether in the creative field, whether that's a show, a book, something like that. Right now, though, she just kind of needs to step away from her addictions and kind of things that have her bound. Not only do I feel like this is pills and like drugs and stuff like that, I also feel like she's being chained and held down by higher up people that are kind of wanting her to just box her in and kind of control her. She doesn't want any of that, obviously, you know. So she's taking a break. After that period of gestation, she's going to come up with something creative. And she knows, like, she's going to look back. I feel like this was a lesson, something to do with a lesson that was involved for her, because she was used as the sacrificial lamb to get things started, to kind of get people to look at other people, kind of like bringing the whole Harvey Weinstein thing down, you know? And then we'll hear from her again. All right, guys. Yeah, I think that's it. I didn't want to make how long are we at? Okay. I'm going to end it there because I don't want this video to go on for like an hour. If you guys like it, please give it a thumbs up. Please like, subscribe, comment. What are your thoughts? What do you want to see me do? If you guys have any input that I love reading on, like, you know, reading up on things that people don't want us to know about. And I love sharing that. So if you guys have any of that kind of information, like, let me know. It's kind of like the whole, like, controversy or conspiracy theories, but I want there to be some truth to it, duh. You know, so anyway, I'm going to stop it here. I hope you guys have an awesome, awesome week full of lots of love and lots of light. And I will check you guys soon. Check you guys out very soon. Bye.